Two games this weekend with Converse College down from Spartanburg, South Carolina. Both teams come in looking for their first conference win, both at 0-3, but you got to give it to Converse. They do have a regular season win. Came back for Christmas over at Coker, 58-53. So Converse, who was 4-27 a year ago, Jim Brunelli in his second year, kind of shaking up his roster. Got a lot of new players on the team, but he also has a terrific sophomore in Lindsey Harden, who's averaging 14.8 a game. But he'll start two sophomores, two freshmen, and a senior here tonight at Chowan. Chowan might have found themselves in the back end of a doubleheader last weekend down at Tigerville, South Carolina, when they fell 76-73 to North Greenville. Chowan has had trouble shooting the basketball 2 out of the 3 games. On the first opening night against North Greenville on the road, they only shot just a little bit over 28% from the field, but shot 40% against North Greenville, led by Nia Patterson with a career-high 23 points. Chowan still searching to cut down turnovers and still shoot it a little better, and hopefully that can be resolved here tonight as they're back on the Hawks Athletic Center for the first of 2 games. Tomorrow we'll come to you at 2 o'clock. Tonight, just a single game here. Boys not scheduled tonight. Boys game tomorrow that was scheduled with Erskine has been postponed due to some COVID issues in the Erskine program. So only one game tomorrow. We'll be here to bring it to you start at 2 o'clock. Well, Chowan under new coach Lenny Stallings, we saw him fall to a very potent Barton team on opening night, but then went down and played North Greenville, and it was just turnovers that really were a bother for the Chowan ladies. They turned it over 34 times in that game. That enabled North Greenville to turn 34 turnovers into 27 points, and the Hawks ended up losing 63-51. Also, like I said, Chowan ladies really struggled that night shooting the basketball. 34.9% from the field on the night. But turnovers have been a key as well. But then that next day against North Greenville, turnovers were down. Shooting percentage was up. They got 4 players in double figures, 4 of their starters in double figures. And Chowan, unfortunately, still fell 76-73. And here's the difference in the ball game. It was 40 free throws attempted for North Greenville, only 21 for Chowan. Chowan got outscored from the free throw line by 23 points, 35-12. So that's the difference in that ball game. We'll see what unfolds here tonight between Converse and Chowan. This afternoon, Chowan leads this series by winning both games last year here at Chowan, and then also down in Spartanburg right before Christmas. A big win for Chowan on the road right before Christmas. 2 of their 6 wins a year ago came over Converse. Also, the only time that Converse has beaten Chowan was back in 2007 when Chowan was just getting into Division II rank. So Converse on the road trying to pick up a win here at Chowan. Chowan trying to defend the home court here tonight. We'll see what unfolds. This is one of 3 games being played tonight. It's one of 4 that was scheduled, but North Greenville and Mount Olive has been postponed. Also tonight, over at Barton, Lees McRae's had made the long trip from Banner Oak to take on Barton. And also King at home tonight up in Bristol, Tennessee, taking on Southern Wesleyan. So some important games tonight. Of course, last night, Belmont Abbey beat Emmanuel 70-60. They'll play again on Sunday, I believe it is, or maybe Saturday. And also Allen, out of conference, beat Erskine last night, 62-61. As we are set to get underway here at Chowan, did momentarily. Both teams are off the floor here and getting ready for the national anthem. We'll take a short break, 2-minute break here at Chowan. It's Chowan basketball. GoCUHawks.com.
First for Converse College. At guard from Inman, South Carolina, number 1, Lindsey Harding. At guard from Memphis, Tennessee, number 2, Tierney.
Now back here at the Hawks Athletic Center, getting the starting lineups momentarily coming. We'll give it to you. Right beside us here is our PA announcer, Scott Parker, as we up on the second deck here at the Hawks Athletic Center. Bob Burke court as well. Let's give you the starting lineups first for Converse. They're led by Lindsey Harding, a 5'10" sophomore who averages 14.8 a game. She hails from Inman, South Carolina. Backcourt mate will be Tierney Porter, 5'5" senior from Memphis, Tennessee, averaging 5 points a game. Now on the front line, Jordan Brown, 5'9" freshman from McCormick, South Carolina, averaging 9 points a game. Gets to start at one spot. The other spot belongs to Kishana Fair, 5'9" freshman from Anderson, South Carolina, the West Side High School product, averaging 9 points a game. And in the middle, Sierra Davenport, a 6'1" sophomore from Morganton, North Carolina, 3.5 per game. And Jim Brunelli's in his second year on the bench here at Converse. He's assisted by Mindy Peace. Chowan has made a little shuffle in that lineup since we've seen him here a week ago. Destiny Robinson, a 5'10" junior, was started on that front line for Hampton. Virginia David having 8.7 a game. She's also the lead rebounder on the season for Chowan at 8 per game. She'll be joined up front by Kiefer Hopkins, a 6-foot sophomore from Portsmouth, Virginia, 6.7 a game, 3.7 boards. Monique Jones coming off an 18.10 rebound performance in that loss to North Greenville last Saturday. Starts in the middle, a 5'11" senior from Chester, Virginia, 9.7 a game, 7 boards per game, which is second to only Destiny Robinson. In the backcourt, Kayla Henderson, a 5'6" senior, starts at the point guard spot. She hails from Fredericksburg, Virginia. She's yet to score a point this season. And the lady who's coming off their career high 23 points, Anaya Patterson, 5'4" sophomore from Dover, Delaware, starts in the other guard spot. She's averaging 10.3 a game, which leads to Chowan offense. And she kicks in also with 15 steals, and she's a leading three-point shooter on the season on 4 of 13. Chowan in their home whites today. The Valkyries in purple trimmed in Vegas gold. Chowan coached by Lenise Stallings in her first year and assisted by Kara Jackson, former Chowan player. And tip's going to be controlled by the Valkyries. Here's Harden, spot up three on the left. It's good. Good job that time by Jordan Brown to find Harden, who nails it from right on the left wing. Harden has provided nearly 30% of the scoring thus far for Converse, who got tested early by Jim Brunel. Took his team on the road early against Division I Furman, Lipscomb, and UNC Greensboro. Here's a shot attempted by Hopkins, but blocked away and taken away down by Davenport. Back the other way with it, works Porter. She'll go to the right wing. Now moves the left hand. It comes to that side of the floor and threw it a little bit too high and off the hands of Kishana Fair for the turnover. And they'll give it back to the Hawks. Once again, no spectators in the building other than Chowan personnel and staff and some of the JV basketball players in the building as well. This is Patterson going baseline, pull up jumper 10 feet. It's a little strong. Monique Jones there for the follow left-handed, won't go. Tapped around inside, still loose. Jones has got it. Gets it back out to Hopkins. She'll step behind the line, fired a three, no good. Finally, a couple of Valkyries, Davenport and Kishana Fair, pull it down as they tipped it over in the corner. Fair goes to retain it for the Valkyries. 3-0 lead for the visiting Converse Valkyries, who fell last week to Emmanuel in a couple of games, and earlier this week, 67-50 to Mount Olive. Here's a turnover as Harden going to get called for the travel. Pressure in the backcourt to start this game by Converse is giving Chowan some trouble here. And this time they'll back it off and get back in a 2-3 zone. Looks like a 2-1-2 zone, I believe. Davenport's kind of moved up off that back line toward the middle. Patterson wide open, three ball, Nick Horn is good.
3-point basket, number 14, Anaya Patterson.
Patterson ties it up at three with a deep corner three out on the left wing, or the left corner, I should say. Here's Porter trying to penetrate, hands it away to Kishana Fair. She tries to dump it inside Davenport. Nice steal inside by Destiny Robinson. So after opening the game with a bucket, 3 consecutive turnovers now for Converse. Chowan's got to take a chance to break this 3 all time. We're nearly 2 minutes into this one here from the barrel. Patterson, same spot. She just hit the other. A little strong this time. Rebound comes off the far side to Jordan Brown for the Valkyries. Off to Porter. Porter will push it to Harden on the far side. Quickly, Patterson jumps and Harden's brilliant. You can't leave this young lady up. She can really shoot it. Does a good job of creating some shots for himself. Porter turns around and just faked out Hopkins and fires it in from 15 feet away. Charity Porter, who has a career high 27 in the Converse uniform, but only played 3 games a year ago. That came early last year, but back in the lineup this year, she's given Converse the 5-3 lead. Here's the ball knocked loose from Robinson underneath and it's off the Valkyries, so it'll belong to Chowan baseline left. Chowan makes her first substitution of the night. Jasmine Davis, a 5'9" sophomore, will get into the lineup, replacing Keeper Hopkins. She'll have a little discussion with Hopkins with Coach Lenny Stallings right in front of the scores table down below us here. Bob Burke Court here at the Hawks Athletic Center. Henderson gets it to Jones. Jones right at the elbow, a little strong with a shot, tipped around inside, off the hands of Jasmine Davis. It'll belong back the other way to the Vista Valkyries. Valkyries got to play in their 3rd game this week. They'll get Erskine after playing tomorrow. Will be their 3rd game this week, and then they'll get Erskine on Monday. On, ladies, and here's a turnover in the backcourt. They mishandled it in the backcourt and went off Brown's leg and into the backcourt. It's 4 turnovers now for Converse. Chowan's got to start taking advantage of some of these miscues by Converse. Lee's McRae Barton, Southern Wesleyan King going at it tonight as the girls' side of things. Chowan ladies will be on the road after tomorrow. After they play Converse tomorrow down at Mount Olive Tuesday night. Here's the ball stolen away by Davenport inside, knocked it away. The pass was intended for Robinson. Knocked it away by Davenport. Davenport, a 6'1" sophomore out of Morganton, North Carolina. Here's a nice little pass this time from Porter to Davenport. She waited too long to put it up. Hawks picked the pocket. Destiny Robinson with the steal. Quickly back the other way works Chowan. Hawks are 1 of 6 from the field thus far. Talking about Chowan's shooting troubles. Patterson spot up left wing 3-ball, went in, came out. They crashed the boards, knocked out of bounds and off the hands of Converse. It'll belong to Chowan. And Kayla Henderson will step out of the lineup. Demetra Bland will make her first appearance tonight. Second leading scorer on his team at 8.3 a game. Had 10 points in the loss to North Raymond on Saturday. Baseline left was where Jasmine Davis will trigger the inbound. She'll get it out to Patterson. Patterson working against pressure from Martin. She'll give away to Bland. Long 3 by Dede is an air ball out of bounds to Converse. Well, you could see it. Dede let it go a little quick. She didn't get her feet set. And it showed in the end result as an air ball out of bounds to Converse, and Chowan's going to pressure in the backcourt. Here's a near steal. It was knocked away from Porter by Monique Jones, and looks like the knees might have collided. Monique a little slow getting up back the other way. Nearly 4 minutes, and in the first quarter, it's a 5-3 lead for Converse. And here's the ball knocked out of bounds of Porter's hands by Bland. Converse will inbounds baseline left. Harden to trigger the inbound. She'll get it back out front to Jordan Brown, near side to Porter. Back inside to Davenport. She'll force up Robinson, get her off her feet, draw the foul, and get the 3-point play opportunity. Tell you, Davenport with a nice move inside on Robinson. She got Robinson off the floor and just kind of leaned into and drew the foul on the 5'10" junior from Chowan. So a 3-point play opportunity by Sierra Davenport coming here. Here's Jakira Bagby in the lineup now for Monique Jones. Also I thought Jim Brunelli was making a change, but he's not. He's just talking to one of his players here. Here's Davenport. Free throws a little strong, no good. They fight for the rebound. Finally, Jakira Bagby claims it for Chowan. Hawks have not scored in nearly 3 minutes. Jasmine Davis inside to Robinson. She's 5 behind by Keshana Fair. Fair's going to be her first and the team first. Former Chowan people will remember her hometown, Anderson, South Carolina. Chowan's junior college, a great men's basketball at Anderson Junior College. And we got a push off underneath to get Shakira Bagwell with the moving pick. little bit of a late whistle, but they get Bagby with the moving pick, and that'll be the second foul on Chowan in this quarter, and the first foul for Bagby. So the Valkyries come point court trying to stretch out this 4-point lead. Here's Porter over to Harden, wide up along the baseline, 18 foot, she drains it. Harden's got 5, and 6-0 run here for Converse. Chowan just cannot find the bottom of the bucket here in the first quarter. Shooting 12.5% on 1 of 8. Converse has not missed from the field. There's Jasmine Davis. Her three-pointer is blocked away and still loose. And Jordan Brown, he had the blocks, got the steal. She'll get away to Harden. She's behind the defense. Her left-handed layup's good. Bagby tried to catch up, could not. Lindsey Harden's quickly out of the gate with 7. It's an 8-0 run for the visiting Valkyries. Patterson trying to work through the pressure, and Lanice Stallings has seen enough, and she'll ask for the timeout here. Let's see if this is going to be a full timeout or it's going to be a we will have a timeout. We'll take a 60-second break here at Chowan. 11-3. Converse out in front of the Chowan ladies. 4:50 going to first quarter, back after this 1-minute break. Back here at the Hawks Athletic Center, first of 2 this weekend with the Chowan ladies and Converse ladies. Tomorrow will come to you at 2 o'clock in the second half of this doubleheader. We will not have men's basketball tomorrow. We're scheduled for the Hawks and Erskine tomorrow, but Erskine's got some issues with COVID in their program, and they will not be making a trip. So the men will not play until Tuesday down at Mount Olive. We'll see the Chowan men here next weekend, COVID pandemic permitting, as they take on the preseason pick Emmanuel on Friday night and also on Saturday. Here's a spinning move inside, left-handed, nice move by Destiny Robinson. Chowan goes nearly 4 minutes without a bucket. Here's Bagby with a steal, but she couldn't hold it. Nice job in the press by Bagby, but she couldn't hold it right in front of the Chowan bench. Coach Lanice Stallings, first-year head coach for the Hawks, looking at first man as the head coach here at Chowan. As the officials are trying to decide how much to put on the shot clock here. 11-5, Chowan trails here in the first quarter with 4:32 left. In front of an empty house here at the Hawks Athletic Center, other than staff and personnel and the cheerleaders and a few JV boys basketball players. Most of those guys are working. Here's Harden on the left wing, right wing. She's already had 7 points on the night. Her career high is 19. She'll give it away to Porter. Porter working to the right side, and she tried to go inside. And let's see. I think Jasmine Davis is going to be whistled for the person. She kind of bumped Porter when she made the turn at the elbow to try to keep her from going out. So Chowan will inbounds the basketball underneath their own, or Converse will, inside to Davenport. And here's the Hawks back the other way as Converse finally missed a shot. This is Robinson, dumps it inside to Bagby. Her reverse layup is good. Nice little high-low from Robinson to Bagby along the baseline, and Chowan's used that timeout to kind of slow them with Converse momentum, but more importantly, picked up a couple buckets here. Cut the deficit down to 4. Here's a runner by Porter, a little strong. They fight for the rebound. Loose ball comes outside. We'll get a blocking foul underneath coming on Chowan's Bagby, I believe. And it will be on Jakira Bagby. He's going to be her second and the team fourth. Here's Monique Jones trying to get in for Bagby. As going along the baseline, trying to
Monique Jones in for the Hawks.
Get the basket up was Jordan Brown, and she crashed into Bagby, and Bagby got whistled for the block. So here's Brown at the line to shoot a pair of free throws. First one is good. Brown on the season, that's just her second free throw. She's 2 of 2 on the year. Young lady averaging 9 points a game from McCormick, South Carolina. Played at McCormick High School. Second free throw is money as well. Bryant's first 2 points of the night come from the strike. She's extended the Converse lead to 6 at 13-7 with 3:40 to go in the quarter. First quarter just underway here from Chowan. Back door, high-low that time from Jones to Robinson. Chowan is showing some good work from the high-low in their offense. The last 3 possessions, they had them baskets here. Davenport caught in the double team, nearly stolen away, knocked away by Patterson. Patterson to Davis, as Brown and Patterson had a big collision right at midcourt. Jasmine Davis just on the arc on the right. It's an air ball, but Monique Jones there to claim it for the Hawks. Back out to Patterson to Bland. Bland a 3-ball. DD shot no good. Went in, came out. Jones with another offensive board. She'll push it out front to Bland. Just under 3 minutes to go in the quarter. Chowan tried to cut it at 4-point deficit. Here's Jones in the high post to Robinson. Robinson trying to work inside, right over the lane. Banks it inside to Davis. Davis off the glass, no good. They fight for it. And finally, Jordan Brown claims it for Converse. Chowan had some good looks, couldn't get it to drop. Here's Harden back the other way with it, pushes back front to Brown. Now Brown to Porter. Porter going inside on Bland. Dumps it off inside to Davenport, stolen away by Monique Jones. Jones tried to go coast to coast. Her layup was a little strong and no good. Capped away by Davidson out of bounds, and it'll belong to Converse. Coach Jim Brunelli goes to his bench for the first time, as he will insert Ashley Sides and also Eva Carballo.
Brianna Copeland and number 30.
Carballo, a 5'8 junior from Madrid, Spain, averaging 3 points a game. Sides, a 5'9 freshman, averaging 3 points a game as well. Also, Kiva Hopkins back in the lineup for Chowan. Also getting in for the first time, Brianna Copeland. Young game from out of Suffolk. There's Carballo with it on the near side. Getting pressured by Bland. They're caught in the double team. They'll get it back to Fair, who'll push it across the timeline to Harden. Nearly turned it over, but Fair's able to go back and save it along the midcourt line. Ball knocked away by Hopkins, picked up by Jones for the Hawks. 13-9, Chowan on the short end of things. You have yet to trail in this game. Here's Jones with it in the left corner. Skip pass out front to Bland. High post it goes to Robinson. Good ball movement here by the Hawks. Jones short, turn right, jumper, no good. Jones got on rebound. Ball's knocked away, taken out by Harden. Mario Hinton is headed to the scorer's table. She'll get in the next dead ball situation for the Hawks. Harden with it right on the left. For $1.39 to go in the first quarter. Pretty quick move in the first quarter here. Here's Harden, pulls up the dribble. Guarded closely by Copeland, gives it away to Carballo, who run off the left is good. Bounced around and fell in for Eva Carballo for her first bucket. And the bench produces here for Converse. Bland misses again. That's his third 3 she's missed beyond the arc. Reaches a 4 of 16 on the year shooting beyond the arc. And Jones will come out and Amara Hinton will get in. Hinton, the 6'2 sophomore from Long Island, New York, averaging 3.3 points per game and 4 rebounds per game. Also, Ellen Nardella will get in the lineup, the 5'6 junior from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina for Converse. Nardella averaging 6.3 a game. Inside, Destiny Robinson scores on the inbound pass. Set play, and they got it inside to Robinson, who looped it up and in. Chowan trails should be 15-13, I thought. They haven't put it on the board yet. Well, maybe it is 15-11. Ashley Sides with it on the far side. Davenport pushes inside and can't score, but she's fouled on the play. Looks like Hinton might be the guilty party for the Hawks.
Foul number 32, Amari Hinton. That's her first.
Hinton's first, team 5th. That score is correct, by the way.
And Patterson into the game for the Hawks.
15-11, Converse with the lead here. They've led by as many as 8 in this
the line, shooting 2 shots.
first quarter. So So here's Davenport at line. Free throw was good. Davenport now correction. She's 1 of 2. And she missed badly on the second one. So Davenport can only convert 2-shot opportunity into 1 point, and it'll push the lead to 5 here. Good latest amount of Spartanburg, South Carolina, Converse College. Starting men's basketball next year. So already have it in the works, so they'll be playing as part of the men's side of things here in Conference Carolinas next year. Bland misses from right on the right from about 17 feet away. Carbello's got it back the other way. She'll get it to Harden. Harden shot blocked away by Bland, recovered by Robinson. Good job by Dee Dee to recover after she got beat by Harden. They came up behind and slapped it away on the shot. Chowan could hold for the last shot. Shot clock is off now with 13 seconds to go in the quarter. Patterson back in the lineup. She's got it well beyond the arc, guarded by Nardella. Now she'll work off a pick by Robinson. Goes left side. Copeland will arch up the 3, and it's good.
3-point basket.
Brianna Copeland is giving Chowan a little closer look at the end of the first quarter as they trail 16-14. We'll take a 1-minute break and come back for the second quarter. You'll listen to Chowan basketball on GoCUHawks.com. Chowan with a late run in the end of the first quarter, and they trailed Converse 16-14. Hawks led by Destiny Robinson with 6. Lindsey Harden leads the way for Converse with 7 in that first half. Converse 6 of 10 shooting from the field for 60%. Chowan 6 of 21 with 28.6%. Chowan leading the edge on the glass at 11-9, but Chowan got some extra shot, good offensive rebounding, but also they forced Converse into 7 turnovers in that first half. Unfortunately, Chowan didn't make a lot of success with the turnovers on the offensive end. Chowan basketball will start the second quarter here. Hawks move to the east goal here at Hawks Athletic Center. This is Copeland had a big shot at the end of the quarter with on the right wing. Patterson back to Copeland and working against his 2-3 zone as Carbello almost stole away from Copeland. Henderson back to Patterson. Patterson penetrates just inside the arc, straight away, off the glass, no good. Rebounded underneath by Ashley Sides for Converse. She'll get it away to Carbello. Carbello working against pressure from Patterson. Now back at front, it comes to Nardella. Ellen Nardella, the Myrtle Beach, South Carolina product. Here's Harden from right on the right, no good from 3 range. Got it back to Davenport. She got it to Nardella, who drilled 3 from right on the left. Nardello's 7th 3-ball in the year in 22 attempts. That pushes the lead for the Valkyries back to 19-14. First of 2 this weekend here from the Barrow. If you're listening for the first time when I refer to the Barrow, it's Murfreesboro. Here's a steal knocked away from Amari Hinton by Converse, and there to claim it's going to be Lindsey Harden. Chowan's 5th turnover of the half. Carbello holds up the basketball, gives it away to Nardella. She'll tell Harden to get to the left. Now she'll bring it to the left and push it in the corner to Ashley Sides. Carbello going left of the lane, scooped it up, and they say she traveled with it. Kind of caught it on the hip there, Carbello. And that time just couldn't mishandle it. Forced into the turnovers. Davenport will take a breather as Jordan Brown's back in the lineup. Maury Hinton will step out of the Chowan lineup as well as Monique Jones will get back in. Jones already with 5 rebounds in this game. She's 0 for 4 from the field. She's got it deep corner. Now brings the top of the key, push away to Henderson. Henderson back to Patterson. Patterson for three, and it's short. Long rebound comes off the side, so did a good job of stepping right in front of Patterson, who was getting ready to step and get her own rebound. Just a good job of blocking out, know where to be when that ball is coming off the rim. This is sides over to Harden. Harden guarded closely by Copeland. There's the ball thrown away by Harden. She was trying to get it away to sides. Patterson back the other way with a snowbird layup. Is good.
Patterson.
There's some points into turnovers for Chowan. And Patterson now got 5. She cuts the deficit down to 3 for the Hawks. Chowan out of that full court pressure now as the Valkyries move to west goal here of the Hawks Athletic Center, home of basketball, volleyball, swimming here at Chowan since 1982. Also, our esports team are housed in this building. We have a nice esports room up on the second level. Corbello goes inside, gives away to Brown. His shot blocked away by Robinson. Destiny's there to claim it. She'll get away to Copeland. Robinson this season already with 8 blocks coming into today's game, and that leads the team. Henderson over to Copeland. Copeland back to Henderson, back to Copeland. Copeland a long 3. It's a little off the mark. Hit on the back of the iron and went to the far corner where Eva Corbello will grab it for the Valkyries. Corbello running the point now with Porter out of the lineup. She'll work on the right wing. Now works off the pick from Harden. Comes left. Kicks it in the corner to Nardello. Her 3 ball is no good. Tapped around inside. Monique Jones is going to claim it after Robinson kept it alive for Chowan. Hawks could use a tray here to tie this one up. Hawks have yet to lead in this game as they trail 16-19. With 6:32 to go in this first half. Copeland skip pass to Henderson. Henderson back to Jones, top of the key. Corner goes to Patterson. Patterson cutting in the lane. Pull up jumper right of the lane is money for Anaya Patterson. Patterson starting to find the range. Remember, she had 23 last Saturday, which is a career high. That's one thing Coach Lee Stallings is trying to find some consistency with his team. Come out. If you get double figures, let's get it again. Here's Harden inside working against Jones, and she scooped it up. Wouldn't go. Good defensive job here by Monique Jones. As she bothered Nardello. Correction, Harden that time. Harden thought she might have got fouled, but no foul coming. Hawks can take the lead with a bucket here. Inside it goes to Robinson. She's caught in the double team. Gets it back out to Monique Jones. We got a reach-in foul coming against Converse. Foul's going to be whistled on Ashley Sides. Her first and team first in the quarter. Substitutions in the lineup. Davenport back in the lineup for Valkyries. Also, Harden will step out, as will Jordan Brown, and in the lineup as well for the first time, Anaya Parker, 5'6" freshman out of Stanford, Virginia. Chowan also took the opportunity to insert Shakira Bagby back in the lineup to give Destiny Robinson a breather. Patterson's got it in the corner, gets it to Jones. Jones caught in the double team, back to Bagby. Free throw line, Copeland, step back 3, left corner, went in.
3-point basket, Brianna Copeland.
Brianna Copeland's her second 3 ball of the day, and she's given Chowan their first lead at 21-19. 5:25 showing on the second quarter clock. Davenport getting inside, missed the easy layup. Tipped by Jones over to Bagby for Chowan. So Henderson will hold the fist to indicate the play. She has been given by Coach Lenny Stallings. First year head coach for the Hawks. She'll move it front court over to Patterson on the right wing. She'll pull up a dribble, fires it over to Copeland on the left. Henderson trying to penetrate, and she traveled with it. Trying to make a move inside. She walked with it, said the official. Here's Dee Bland back for Chowan, replacing Henderson. And Porter back in the lineup, replacing Eva Corbello. Well, Corbello did a nice job off the bench here for Converse. Chowan's done a good job of taking care of the basketball in the half. Only 5 turnovers so far. That's the win side of 5 minutes to go in the half. Here's Ashley Sides. His jumper from 10 feet away is short. Bagby's there to claim it. She was the only one underneath. I think Sides thought maybe she was going to get some pressure. Bagby in the right corner, right in front of the Converse bench. Monique Jones driving down the lane, banks it off the glass.
Monique Jones.
First basket of the afternoon for the Chester, Virginia senior. Coming off an 18-point, 10 rebound performance last Saturday down at Tigerville. Nardello spot up 3 ball from right on the right wing. Is a little strong. Jones has got another rebound. When Monique looked like she might be on her way to another double-figure rebounding game. Already with 7 boards in this first half. Dee pushing over to Copeland. Now back to Jones at the high post. Over to Copeland. Copeland's giving Chowan a spark on the bench in the first half with 2 threes. She'll try another one. This one's good as well. Copeland's got 3 threes and 2 in his quarter. And Chowan's reversed what was once an 8-point deficit into to a 3-point lead here, to a 7-point lead. As we have well, we're going to have a full timeout. We'll take a 1-minute break. Come back here at Chowan with 3:51 to go in the half. Chowan ladies lead Converse 26-19. Hawks are starting to warm it up here from the field, up at 37.9% shooting the basketball, including 5 of 8 here in the second quarter. While Converse is kind of falling away from shooting it well, they shot 60% in the first quarter. They're 1 of 8 for 12.5% in this second quarter. And it's parlayed into a 7-point Chowan lead here in this second quarter with 3:40 left. Allie Patillo's in the lineup now for Converse. She has over in the corner. Now she'll get it right back from Davenport. Penetrates, kicks it over to Porter. Now back out front it goes to Liana Parker. And with 4 seconds left to go on the shot clock. And here's a 3-second violation whistled against the Valkyrie, who now has 10 turnovers in the first half. Hawks should do much better here in this second quarter. It's really fueled by the play of Brianna Copeland off the bench. Suffolk, Virginia native already has a new career high. Patterson will try her hand for 3, and he got it. Patterson in double figures for the second consecutive game, and Chowan's got a first double-digit lead at 29-19. Scott Parker, who's sitting nearby, a PN announcer, he said, Copeland's told me during the break, he should come off the bench. She's got everybody playing well. Missed shot here by the Valkyrie, another board here for the Jones. See if the Hawks can add to it. Copeland, another long 3, and it's good again. Oh, the Hawks are unconscious here in the second quarter behind the arc. They are now 4 of 6 behind the arc in this quarter and lead it 32-19. Davenport at the high post. Ball knocked away by Patterson. Ball was intended on the far side for Parker. Patterson coast-to-coast layup, no good. But she's fouled on the play by Parker. Just a telegraph pass that time from Davenport, trying to get it on the wing to Parker. And Anaya Parker's going to pick up the personal for first. But Anaya Patterson is off to a good start again tonight with 10. Be at the line to shoot 2. Monique Jones steps side to Chowan lineup, as does, I think it's Jones the only one. Back in to replace her is going to be Dee Bland, I believe. Chowan has gone small here. As free throws up and good by Patterson. Patterson, Bland, Robinson, Copeland, and Bagby currently make up the Chowan players on the forward. Patterson knocks down both free throws. Patterson and Copeland both with 12 each. Converse getting it inside. They have not scored since the 9:15 mark of this quarter, and we're now at 2:12. So the Valkyries have all of a sudden gone from one extreme to the other shooting the basketball. Copeland's had a hot hand, fires a 3, made it again. They got a travel prior to the shot. That's unfortunate for Copeland, who is on fire here in this quarter. Chowan's got a 15-point advantage at 34-19. Converse 1 of 10 in the quarter shooting from the field, as we just ticked inside of 2 minutes to go in the first half. Hawks trying to protect a 15-point advantage. Here's Harden going inside. Robinson blocked the shot. Good job that time by Destiny Robinson. Held the ground and got the block. Chowan's kind of closed down Harden. He had a big first quarter. Patterson deep left corner. She'll fire to three, and it's good. Chowan is just drilling it behind the arc here tonight. My goodness, what's going on here in this second quarter? You better bottle it up and use it. Chowan's starting to hit the rain. I told you this team has got to shoot it better. And if they start to shoot it better, we'll get a little better. Harden inside, goes up left-handed, gets knocked to the deck by Bagley. It'll be Jakira's third first-half foul. That'll pause the clock with 1:18 to go in the
Foul number 15
in the quarter.
That's her third.
Harden's trying to break an 8-point drought here, or an 8-minute drought here for Converse.
Lindsey Harden.
Here's Bagley coming out. Jakira Hopkins back in for the Hawks.
Number 33, Kibra Hopkins.
15 for Patterson, 12 for Copeland. Harden leads the way with Converse with 7, and she can't convert on the free throw. Harden on the season, an 83% free throw shooter starting today. She was 15 of 18 prior to that missed free throw. Second was on its way. This was money. First point by Harden early in this ball game. 37-20. Chowan with the lead in the basketball. Hawks have exploded here in the second quarter with a great three-point shooting. Copeland, who's been the fuel of it, gets it again.
Three-point basket, Brianna Copeland.
Copeland is on fire here in this first half. 15 points for Brianna, all behind the arc. Here's Harden. Manson back the other way with 3 of own straight away. 11 after Harden. 48 seconds to go in the first half. Chowan up 40-23. Copeland hands it away to Patterson. Patterson's had a good half as well. She'll go up inside, scooped it up, and short. And got a foul coming against Chowan's Destiny Robinson, I believe. And it will be her second. That's just 2 team fouls here for Chowan in the first half, or the second quarter, I should say. Here's Porter, left-handed pass over to Parker. She'll arch up a 3. It's just did hit the backboard. It comes right down to Patterson. Chowan can hold for the final shot with 14 seconds left. Copeland back out comes to Patterson. To Robinson. Her jumper from 15 feet, no good. Rebounded by Carbello, who's, correction, that's Patello in the lineup. And the ball's knocked away from Harden, coming front court, and that'll end the first half. It was all Converse the first quarter. Chowan all in the second quarter, as Chowan will take a 40-23 lead here at the break. We'll take a short timeout, come back and get over the scoring for the first half, and give you more here in this first half. Chowan leads 40-23, and you're listening on GoSeeYourHawks.com. Well, Chowan used a 26-7 run in the second quarter alone as they pull away from Converse here in the first half. 40-23 at the break. Chowan trailed by as many as 8 in that first quarter. So he had trouble finding the range, but once Brianna Copeland got into the Chowan lineup and started firing them threes, kind of opened everything up, and Chowan played probably their best basketball this young season in that second quarter as the Hawks went 9 of 14 from the field, 6 of 8 beyond the arc in that second quarter alone. While Converse struggled from the field after shooting 60% in the first quarter, they go 2 of 13 in that second quarter for 15.4% shooting. In the first half, Chowan goes 15 of 35 in the half for 42.9%. They went 8 of 17 beyond the arc for 47.1%. Converse, on the other hand, goes 8 of 23 in the first half for 34.8%, 3 of 7 beyond the arc for 42.9%. Chowan on the boards, the leader at 21-14, led by Monique Jones' 9 rebounds. And turnover department, Chowan's forced 12 turnovers, only turned it over 7 times themselves. Chowan has 10 points off those 11 turnovers that were committed by Converse in the first half. Let's take a look at the scoring here in the first half. Chowan led by Brianna Copeland and Anaya Patterson, who had 15 apiece. And when you look at the stats from this first half, Patterson and Brianna Copeland combined to go 8 of 12 beyond the arc, most of that coming in the second quarter. Destiny Robinson was 6 in the half, 2 for Jakira Bagby and 2 for Monique Jones. Kiefer Hopkins, Amari Hinton, Kayla Henderson, Jasmine Davis, and Demetra Bland all played in the first half but failed to score. Harden leads the way. Lindsey Harden, that is, leads the way for Converse with 11 first half points. 3 points each for Ellen Nardella and Sierra Davenport, 2 each for Carmelo, Jordan Brown, and Tyranny Porter. Ashley Sides, Anaya Parker, Kashana Fair, and Allie Patillo all spent some time on the floor in the first half of Coach Jim Brunelli's Valkyries, but did not score. At the break, 40-23, Chowan with the lead. We're back for more after this 3-minute timeout here on GoCUHawks.com. Hawks fueled by good three-point shooting in this first half. Lead Converse at the break, 40-23. Gaddis Hodges with you on the second level here at Bob Burke Court at the Hawks Athletic Center. And boy, the Hawks have been playing well here in this second quarter. Maybe their best basketball they played it, I would say, mostly over the last year or so. It was very efficient in that second half. Brianna Copeland, second quarter, should say, have Nia Patterson kind of fueling the fire here for the Hawks. Can they repeat it here in the second half and push this lead out a little further? We'll set to find out here in a little over 3 minutes. We have other games going on in the league tonight. We had 4 games scheduled tonight, including this one, but the North Greenville Mount Olive game has been postponed due to COVID issues. But 2 other games in progress. They're both at the half as well. Barton leads Lees McRae, who was undefeated in league play starting tonight, up at Wilson, 47-28. Barton all over Lees McRae. And here's a stunning score here from Bristol, Tennessee. King, which is looking for their first conference win. Southern Wesley looking for their second conference win. It's King 51, Southern Wesleyan 11. Last night we had a couple games in league play as well. Belmont Abbey beat Emmanuel 70-60, and Allen beat Erskine in non-conference play 62-61. So that's up to date on the scoreboard. Let's take a look at the standings beginning tonight. Lees McRae is at 3-0, North Greenville at 2-0, Emmanuel at 4-1, Belmont Abbey at 3-1, Barton at 2-1, Southern Wesleyan and Mount Olive both at 1-2. King 0-1, Erskine 0-2, Chowan 0-3, and Converse 0-3. Just announced today by the conference they're going to change the way they're going to play the conference tournament this year. It was scheduled to be back at Wofford College in the Coliseum there at Wofford for the semifinals and finals, but everything's going to be played at the higher seeds. Even if we're going to play the quarterfinals at the higher seeds, they determined this morning in the announcement they're going to play semifinals and the finals at the higher seeds as well. Kind of getting away from the Coliseum issue, I guess. Not sure exactly why they've elected to go that route, but it'll be at the higher seeds, and hopefully our Chowan teams will be in the midst of some of that tournament play that comes up in late March, I believe, or early March, I should say. Final regular season games are late February. I think Chowan's last regular season game is February 25th, so we'll see what unfolds there. But that's where we stand as far as women's basketball is concerned. We will not have men's basketball tomorrow. Chowan was scheduled to play Erskine here tomorrow, but Erskine cannot make the trip due to COVID issues in their program, so that game has been postponed. Chowan men will be back on the basketball court coming up on Tuesday night. They travel down to Mount Olive, and Chowan will be back home here for a men's game next Friday evening, scheduled to start at 7. There will be no girls' game on Friday evening, just a boys' game. That may be moved to 6. Make sure you go see Hawks.com. Kind of keep up with if they change the timing and for the tip-off for next week's game on Friday night. As Chowan men will be at home here to Emmanuel. Then coming up that Saturday, both boys and girls will play Emmanuel here at home. So it'll be a doubleheader on Saturday. Next week we'll have all the action here at the Hawks Athletic Center this season on GoCUHawks.com. Just go to Game Day Central. Also to Chowan men and women's swimming team in action today. They made the long trip across the state to Salisbury, where they're taking on Catawba this afternoon. We haven't had any results from that as well passed along to us, so if we get some, we'll pass them along to you as well. And one of the other teams that besides men and women's basketball that are competing right now is the men and women's swimming team. Matter of fact, the swimming team, after finishing that road trip today, has 3 meets scheduled here at home in the Hawks Athletic Center at Byron Brown Aquatic Center. And that will come up, I think it's one in each of the next 3 weeks.
Let's go, White!
Well, it'll be Chowan on the defensive side of things to start this quarter. Like I said, other scores, Barton leads Lees McRae 47-28 at the half. King over Southern Wesley by 40 at the break, 51-11. Here's Porter. She'll hand her away to Harden. Chowan and playing man-to-man like they have most of the game. Harden guarded closely here by Hopkins. She'll push it away to Kashana Fair. Fair will work against out front. Works around the Hopkins defense after a nice pick by Harden. And we get a whistle on the movement on the pick. It's going to be on Hopkins, who pushed off Harden, who was coming in to set the pick. So a fresh 20 seconds, still Converse basketball. First possession of the second half for either team. Porter pulls up the dribble, fires it cross court to Fair. She'll dump it out inside to Davenport. Nicely guarded by Jones. Ball inside to Harden, and she can't score on the Snowbird. Ball still loose, and Hopkins will go get it in the corner for the Hawks. Dribbles out of trouble, off to Patterson. She's behind the defense, layups up and good. Good job of looking front court by Hopkins, and Patterson has the bucket, and we got a travel in the back court here on Porter. Turnover to start the second possession here for Converse. Hawks have increased the lead to 19 here. Patterson in the corner. Patterson with 17. She's coming off a 23-point performance back last Saturday. We kept talking in the preseason who would take Mariah Coker's place in that scoring per game. It looks like Patterson has emerged, a lady who could do it. Here's the ball missed by Hopkins on a running layup. Rebounded by Brown, who will let traffic clear. She'll maneuver front court and bounce her way to Porter, who's just across the timeline here at the Hawks Athletic Center. Bob Burke Court. Speaking of the legendary coach who passed away last spring, today would have been his birthday. And here's a jumping right on left by Keshana Fair. Keshana Fair's first bucket. And that is her sixth three-ball in 9 attempts this season. Is she going to be the second half Brianna Copeland here for Converse? Henderson and Jones. High post jumper, 18, a little strong, no good. Followed up and in by Destiny Robinson. And she got fouled. Robinson with a chance for the three-point play, old-fashioned way. As Jordan Brown picks up the personal, her first team first. Here's Corbello in the lineup for Porter.
Destiny Robinson in the line, shooting one shot.
Corbello played briefly in that first half. Well, no, played 7 minutes and a half. Robinson's free throw is on its way, and Destiny can't get it to drop. Robinson began tonight at 86% free throw shooter, just her second miss of the year. And the ball's knocked out of bounds back the other way by Robinson, who was hustling back defensively. Hawks up by 18. 8:10 to left to go in our third quarter here. At home against the Valkyries of Converse College. These two teams will do it again tomorrow beginning at 2. Harden back out front, comes to Brown. She'll get it away to Corbello. Corbello trying to fake Patterson with a pass. Now to Harden. Harden's travel with it, trying to step around the defense from Henderson. That's a good thing for Kayla Henderson because she was getting ready to pick up foul number 1. So another turnover here by Converse. They have 14 on the game, 2 in this half. We just played a little over 2 minutes to go in the second half. Henderson trying to get it in the corner to Hopkins, knocked away by Fair. Now back to Robinson, top of the key to Henderson, a rare shot. This is off the front of the rim. Monique Jones with the follow, won't go, got her own board, put it back up, got knocked through the deck. Jones now in double digits on the boards, and she's going to draw the foul here from Davenport, I believe. It's going to be on the shot of Fair. It's going to be Fair. It's going to be her second. And the team's second.
That's her second.
So here's Monique Jones, who has only 2 points on the night, but she's got 11 boards. Came in the second leading rebound for the Hawks. As Jones' free throw is good. Jones averaging 7 rebounds a game. Destiny Robinson leads the way with 8 rebounds. Robinson on the night has 5 rebounds herself. Jones, a junior college transfer from just up the road at Lewisburg. Second free throw will not go. And taken down by Converse. He trails here at Chowan by 19. Still a ways to go with 7:34 to go in the third. Harden pushes the blade of Fair back out front to Harden. They'll go inside to Davenport. She backs in on Robinson. Shot wouldn't go. She got her own rebound. Monique Jones gets in the mix and knocks it out of Davenport and out of bounds. Davenport had 2 good looks at it. Couldn't get it to drop. And Chowan's going to insert Jasmine Davis in the lineup for Destiny Robinson. Also bring it front court. Off it goes to Patterson, near side to Henderson as they play a little two-lady game out front on the perimeter. Hopkins over to Patterson. Patterson leads the way with 17. Nice crossover dribble. Jones right at the elbow. Jumper's good. Jones has 5, and Chowan's lead now at 21. 6:53 to go in the third quarter. Stolen away by Hopkins. She tipped it away. The pass from Nardello. Hopkins going to go coast to coast. Lost it. Got it back. Put it up. Score. Kibra Hopkins is on the scoring tally with her first bucket. Here's Chowan in the full court press. And boy, it should have been a foul call, but it was not. But here's one call by Jasmine Davis trying to step in and knock it away from Jordan Brown. So Davis picks up her first personal. A second personal. Sophomore from out of Baltimore, Maryland. Played previously at Baltimore City College. And Davenport gets a nice pass from Harden inside and scores. Nice move by Sierra Davenport. He has 5 on the game. 49-28. Chowan with the lead. And then the basketball working to the west end here at Bob Burke Court. Davis trying to go baseline against Bryan. Lost the basketball and still loose and recovered by Harden. She's going to be tied up by Patterson. Alternate possession, I believe, belongs to Chowan. And it will. Here's Brianna Copeland in the lineup replacing Kibra Hopkins. So it's Henderson, Copeland, Patterson, Davis, and Monique Jones currently on the floor for the Hawks. Brown, Harden, Carbello, Davenport, and Fair on the floor for Converse. At the 5:56 mark of this third quarter. Henderson, a nice crossover, and slapped out of bounds by Carbello. And it still belongs to Chowan. One official pointed the wrong way, and I think the other official is going to come from the far side. He had a little better look. He's going to override the call. So let's see. They're going to have to put some. They're going to give Chowan a fresh. No, they're going to get it back to 4. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Chowan's got to be cognizant here. Inside to Patterson. She's fouled on the way up. Nice set inbounds play, and Patterson used to pick, came right down the lane, and she was fouled on the way up. Foul's going to be on Jordan Brown, her second. That's the team third now for the Valkyries in this third quarter. Patterson back at the line. Free throw is good by the Dover, Delaware sophomore. Prepped at St. Thomas More Academy up in Dover. Leads the scorer for Chowan on the season at 10.3 a game. Officials are discussing some business here. Now we'll get back to it. Chowan JV basketball team, boys basketball team, or men's basketball team, whatever we want to call it. Patterson makes both. She's got 19 in action coming up Sunday down at Mount Olive. Here's Bryan maneuvering through traffic off to Carbello. Carbello trying to go inside, and she dumps it back to Davenport. Davenport's fouled on the way up. Carbello made a nice move inside to draw the defense to her, and Henderson tried to come down and help. Got a little bit late, picked up the personal. Her first, team third. They'll stop the clock with 5:41 to go in this third quarter. Here's Nardello in the lineup for Lindsey Harden. It's kind of funny you see these kids come off the floor and they're used to slapping their teammates' hands, but everybody's spread out. You got 3 different rows of players, and Davenport's free throw is no good. So it's kind of hard to kind of get everybody involved here. And it's Harden on the bench, who struggled since the first quarter. Having a little discussion here with Coach Jim Brunelli. And Davenport missed both. Kayla Henderson's there to grab it with a nice block out underneath. So the Hawks maneuver front court, trying to add to this 51-28 lead. As we're near the halfway point of this third quarter here from Chowan this afternoon. Or this evening, I guess you could say. Jones to the rack, and they call it for the charge. And Davenport might be hurt here. call Jones for the charge, but let's see, Davenport still sitting underneath as Coach Brunelli will come out, and also the Chowan trainer will step out and lend a hand, Jocelyn Thornton. And it looks like Davenport's going to be all right as they clean up the area underneath where she fell. For Monique Jones, it was foul number 1. There's 14 fouls for Chowan in the third quarter. I think that would get us to a media timeout, but evidently not. Davenport standing right in front of the bench, and I think Coach Brunelli is going to take her out of the lineup and getting in to replace her as Davenport. Looks like she's hurting a little bit. She comes out of the lineup. Bland in for Chowan. Maury Hinton in for Chowan as well. As Ashley Sides goes in the lineup here to replace Davenport. Sides, a young lady from out of Gaffney, South Carolina, played at Oakwood Prep, looking at her first points of the night. As Chowan still pressuring in the backcourt, this 2-2-1 full court press with Hinton on the back end of it. Here's Carbello trying to move her, gets pressure from Bland, talking to double team. Gets it over near side. Carbello might be her. They're running layup. It's no good by Jordan Brown. We got an injured Converse player. Carbello looked like she might have turned her ankle. She's in pretty severe pain right in front of the scorer's table. And Jocelyn Dorrinson, the Chowan trainer here, are going to have to go out and help with her as well. She was just tending to Davenport, making sure Davenport was okay. As we have an injured player down below us here. Other games going on tonight. At the break, Barton led Lees McRae. Lees McRae was undefeated in conference play, 47-28. And a kind of a strange score out of Bristol, Tennessee at the half. King led Southern Wesleyan 51-11 at the break. Of course, the other game that was scheduled, other than this one and those two, was the North Greenville at Mount Olive game. That has been canceled due to COVID issues. As Carbello is trying to put some weight on that right ankle, and it's not looking good. Let's hope she's going to be all right here. What fans we have here, people we have here in the building, giving her a nice hand as she comes off the floor. Let's hope she's going to be okay here. And so Davenport side the lineup had taken a hard fall. Carbello is injured here. Looks like she turned the ankle trying to make a move back to the middle of the floor. And she was in immediate pain. Bland gets it to Patterson on the near side. Patterson across the timeline. She'll get it back to Bland. Nardello's back in the lineup here for the Valkyries. Hinton back out to Bland. Dede in the corner to Patterson. Patterson had a notion, didn't take it. Now back to Patterson. Bland. Three-pointers on its way and rimmed out. Good block out underneath by Jordan Brown, and Mar Hinton's going to pick up her second foul going over the back. That'll give 2 shots. And we'll get to a media timeout. 4:49 to go in the third quarter. Chowan leads at 51-28. You're listening to it on GoCUHawks.com. .49 left to go in his third quarter after media timeout. Chowan in front, 51-28. Now the team really lighting the lamp here in the third quarter. Converse 2 of 6, Chowan 4 of 9. As Coach Jim Brunelli's seen a couple of his players get injured here. And Carbello's up walking pretty well here on the near side. Thought she might have been injured much worse, but hopefully just a scare more than anything else. But she was up walking pretty good here. And Chowan's trainer going to go down and tape her right ankle here. Looks like Carbello might be okay. It's good news for Coach Jim Brunelli and the Converse Falcons. Also, Davenport still out in the lineup, taking a hard fall, but looks like she may get back in before this game's over. Here's Kishana Fair working in against Hinton. Pulls up the dribble on the low post, back out to Nardello. Nardello inside, blocked away by Hinton. Ball still loose, recovered by Jordan Brown. She'll force it up between Jones and Hinton. Is no good. And Jones, Monique, grabs a rebound, her 12th of the day. Hawks up in front, 51-28. Patterson in the right side, and we got a 3-second violation coming against Amari Hinton. And that's the second turnover in the second half for Chowan, 9 on the night. We mentioned early in this ball game, turnovers have been costly for Chowan, and poor shooting has been costly as well, but Chowan doing much better in both departments tonight. We still have a ways to go with 4 minutes to go in this third quarter. Nardello nearly lost it, but retains it. Gets it off to Porter. Porter over in the corner to sides. One dribble to loop it down inside to it right to Monique Jones and Fair for the turnover. 16 now for Converse on the evening. Jones pulls up the dribble, gets it back to Bland out front. Inside it goes to Hinton. Short jumper blocked away by Kishana Fair, but Hinton recovers and threw it right away. Jordan Brown with the steal. Freshman trying to go coast to coast and knocked out of her hands and out of bounds by Brianna Copeland, who's coming to line up doing that media timeout. Converse will inbounds baseline right. So work under the east goal here at Hawks Athletic Center. Bob Burkport. Nardello, 2 hands to pass out front to Kishana Fair. Fair back to Porter. Porter gets pressured from Bland. Now back to Nardello. She'll loop it inside to Jordan Brown. Brown caught in the double team. Sides for 3 in the deep right corner, and it's good. Good ball movement that time by Converse, and Sides has got her first bucket and her third three-pointer of the season. 51-31 as we near the 3-minute mark of the third quarter. Chowan with the lead. They took the big lead in the second quarter. Jones finds herself open. 15, no good. Hinton's got the offensive boards, but she's tied up by Sides. Alternate possession error pointed by the way of the Valkyries. The Valkyries, who are trying to get back in it, they were down. It's down 23, now trail by 20. As we have 2:56 and counting showing on our Metal Tech of Murfreesboro School. It's located on each end here at Hawks Athletic Center. Here's Kishana Fair at the high post. Wheels inside, we got a whistle. It looks like going to be Hinton for the check foul, and Amari, who's fouled out once this season, has got a third, and there's 2 shots coming here for Converse. If this is Converse, you got to think this is what we need, a time to get back in this ball game with free throws with no time coming off the clock. And Fair at the line where she's 100% on the year. And she missed it. This team from down in Spartanburg, South Carolina shoots 68.5% on the field. Bagby and Robinson replace Patterson, Hinton in the Chowan lineup. Second one coming from Kishana Fair. And she drills this one. 4 tonight, all in the second half here for Fair. Bland working against pressure. Far corner goes to Copeland. Copeland gets across the timeline to Bagby. Chowan doing a good job of the press offense and being patient here against full court pressure from the Valkyries. Inside to Robbins, she'll back in and kiss it off the glass and score. Robinson becomes the third Chowan player to reach double digits. She now has 10. 53-32 the lead stands for Chowan. As we continue to work late in this third quarter here from the northeastern North Carolina. Here's Jones knocking the pass away, intended for Brown for Porter. Still belongs to the Valkyries with 2:13 to go in the quarter, 16 to shoot. Baseline left was where Ellen Nardello will inbound it. And Davenport's just gone to the scores table. Good to see she's feeling all right and able to get back in it. Here's a runner by Brown, and no good, but she's fouled on the play by Bagby, who got there a little bit late. Bagby's just picked up her fourth.
That is her fourth.
That's unfortunate for Jakira. She just got back in the lineup here.
Jordan Brown.
Let's see what Coach Lenise Stallings and assistant Kara Jackson look to do with Bagby. Here's Jordan Brown's free throw, and it's up and no good. Converse on the night now, 5 of 12 from the stripe. Brown's got the second of the two-shot opportunity, her first point in the second half. And she'll come out of the lineup and see our Davenport back in. Carbello got her ankle tape, got a shoe back on. She's back on the bench. She may be able to get back in. Glad to see both those young ladies okay. Copeland gets in front court to Jones, who nearly travels with it. She did travel with it. She tried to stop, just couldn't do it. But Jones, the pass, I think, from Copeland was intended for Destiny Robinson. And Jones kind of interfered with it and tried to hold on to it and walk with it. Chowan's third turnover of the half, the 10th of the night. Trying to protect the 20-point deficit. Chowan works in this man-to-man. Nardello to the rack, lays it up and in. Nice move by the Myrtle Beach South Carolina junior. Prepped at Carolina Forest. She has 5 points on the evening. Averages 6.3 a game. Had 5 points in that loss to Mount Olive on Thursday. Jones loops it inside to Robinson. Her shot's blocked out of bounds by Keishana Fair. Nice little high-low move to Robinson that time, and Fair recovered it after she got beat on the play and knocked it out of bounds. Still be Chowan basketball. Baseline rights where Jakira Bagby will inbound it for the Hawks underneath their own bucket. Bagby waiting for somebody to break loose over in the corner to Copeland. Copeland has not been able to get a shot off the entire second half, but Tyranny Porter is going to reach in and foul here. Kind of a hand check, her first, and it's going to be the fourth team foul. Converse in the quarter. It shows 87 seconds left in the quarter. Bagby looking to get it in, gets it back out to Bland. Fresh 20 seconds on the shot clock for Chowan, 1:24 to play in the quarter. Bagby behind the arc. Works off a pick from Monique Jones. Started left, went back right. Nice switch off the side to cut off Bagby. Sides, I should say. Off to Bland. Bland pulls up the dribble and turned it over. Ball knocked away by Davenport. Picked off by Porter, who'll streak front court. And almost lost it. Tried to get it to Nardello. Stolen by Copeland. Copeland to Jones, who's behind the defense, and her left-handed layup's good. Good look that time by Copeland. Not only with the steal, but to see the breaking Monique Jones back the other way for the Snowbird layup. They lead back to 20 now for the Hawks. Nardello right in front of the Valkyries bench. Back out top of the key works Porter. Porter one dribble inside, gets it back in the corner to Sides, who had a three from the right side, tries the left side. This one won't go. It Bagby flat-footed underneath for the rebound. It fell right in the Portsmouth, Virginia junior's hands. 4-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock here. Chowan up 20 and no hurry here late in the third quarter. Bland out front on the right with 8 to shoot. Bland goes inside, crossed it over, laid it up, and scored through the foul. Bland's in the scorebook for the first time tonight. It was kind of, they just waited for her to get a one-on-one opportunity, and she took it inside and drew the foul from Ashley Sides. As Bagby will step out and Jasmine Davis will get back in. Dee trying to complete the old-fashioned three-point play. And match Chowan's biggest lead of the night. And she's able to do so. As Cabello is back in the lineup, she's got the basketball with 8 seconds to go. Back the other way for Converse. Trying to maneuver in against Bland. Her run off the glass, no good. And it's off the hands of Monique Jones and out of bounds. 1/10 of a second left. And let's see, it may put more back on the clock. As Coach Jim Brunello immediately looked at the officials about getting more time back on the clock. It's 1/10 of a second. Now they're trying to put more time on it. Let's see. Evan Carpenter, SID here at Chowan, who was recognized this week as National SID Week. Also, a little shout out to our former Chowan buddy here, Ryan Smith, who's the SID down at Mount Olive. 2.3 seconds. Converse to do something with it. Underneath their own bucket. Inbound is Nardello. Gets it into Cabello. Her three-pointer's on its way, and it's no good, and that's the end of the third.
At the end of 3.
10 minutes left to go in the barrel. Chowan looking for the
35.
first win of the season. Leads Converse 58-35. Back for the start of the fourth and final quarter after this 1-minute timeout. Ten minutes to go in this one from the Hawks Athletic Center. Chowan leads here 58-35. In that third quarter, Chowan goes 7 of 15 for 46.7% from the field. Converse shooting woes continue to 4 of 12. 33%. However, two of their buckets came behind the arc. They were 2 of 4 in that quarter. Hawks had their biggest lead of the night, now 58-35. They'll get the basketball started in the fourth quarter. We'll do this all again tomorrow. Same team, same time. No, not same time, same place, but 2 o'clock tomorrow. We'll be here to bring it to you. Go see CUHawks.com. Bland with it out on the left, trying to penetrate. Kicks it off to Copeland. Copeland had 15 first half points and not shot the second half. Here's Robinson trying to force it up. She got fouled from behind. Foul, let's see, I believe it's going to be on
34,
Sierra Davenport. It's going to be her first and the team first.
Destiny Robinson at the line, shooting 2 shots.
At the fourth quarter. Here's Robinson at the line, shooting a pair. Robinson's free throw is on the way. Front rim, back rim, and fell in for the young lady out of Hampton, Virginia. Destiny now with a good solid night of 11 points and 5 boards, 2 assists, 2 steals, and 4 blocks. And she knocks down both. 12 now for Destiny. 6 in each half. Chowan has the biggest lead of the evening now. It's 60-35. Cabello working on the left wing. Nice crossover dribble. Pulls it up, fires it off the glass. A little strong from 15 feet. Tipped around, and Bland's going to chase it down for Chowan. They have a 3-on-1, and Cabello to the rack. She's fouled by, Bland to the rack. She's fouled by Cabello. Jones and Robinson were willing to break along with Bland, and Bland elected to go coast to coast and drew the foul from Cabello.
Mimi Bland to the line, shooting 2 shots.
So it'll be Bland back at the charity stripe for the Hawks. They have a big lead of 60-35. Bland's free throw's a little strong and no good. Chowan, as a team, began tonight struggling from the stripe. We have 31 of 54 beginning tonight, 57.4%. But tonight they're now 9 of 12 as Bland makes the back end of the 2-shot opportunity. 26-point advantage for the homestanding Hawks. They're well on their way to giving Elise Stallings her first win as the head coach here at Chowan. Nadella's three-pointer, deep right corner, uncontested, no good. Monique Jones snares it off the board. Her 13th board of the evening. Bland with it on the right side. Bland, Jones, Copeland, Jasmine Davis, Robinson currently on the floor for the Hawks. Inside to Robinson, she turns on side. Short jumper, no good. Davenport's had to claim it for the Valkyries. She'll hand it away to Fair. Now back to Cabello. Inside, they dump it down to Davenport. She's fouled by Monique Jones, who was coming trying to make the block.
Fouls on number 35, Monique Jones. That's her second. Sierra line, shooting 2 shots.
Chowan will insert Henderson, Hinton, Kayasia Sharp, and Kebra Hopkins in the lineup. Jasmine Davis, the only one that stays in. Harden back in the lineup here for Converse. Also, Jordan Brand returns. And free throw rolls around and falls in for Davenport. Davenport's second free throw in 6 attempts tonight. It's made. Second free throw is no good. Rebounded by Davis for Chowan, who stepped about midway in the lane. Off to Henderson. Who will score here for the Chalks now? A player we haven't seen tonight for Chowan's Keani Moore. Played a lot in that first game with Spartan, and here's Sharp trying to come across court. Bello picks up the foul. Bello's second and third team foul.
Foul on number 30,
Chowan will get 20 seconds to do something with it. It's non-shooting foul. Inbounds it comes to Henderson. Henderson works out between the rings, gets his 2-1-2 pressure here defensively for Converse. Near side to Sharp. She'll fire the 3-ball, and it's good!
3-point basket, number 5,
Taisha Sharp. Got her first points in a Chowan uniform. It comes beyond the arc. Young lady from out of state from North Carolina. Inbounds it, goes to Davenport. Off the glass, no good. Davenport lost it coming to the deck. Taking it out there, it's going to be Sharp for Chowan. She'll push it front court to Davis. Davis goes inside, backs it back out. Harden got a hand on it, but Davis recovers. Back out to Sharp. 7:44 left to go here in the barrel. Chowan comfortably in front, 64-36. Here's Hopkins, had a notion, didn't take it, gets it back out to Henderson. Henderson to Sharp, she'll try a hand from the far side. This one's short, and Farrell's had to claim it with a good block out underneath for the rebound. Cabello's coming near side. Henderson's had to cut her off. Back out in front to Fair. Sure launch up to 3 and it's good.
3-point basket by number 24.
7 for Kishana Fair. The 5'9" freshman averages 9 a game. She's got all the points here in the second half. Has shown that she can shoot it behind the arc. She's 5 of 8 starting tonight's play. And now she is 2 of 2 behind the arc tonight. Inside, the pass goes to Hinton. She's fouled from behind. I believe Davenport's the guilty party. And it will be Davenport, and that will be her second, I believe. It will. And a 14 foul for Converse. Chowan just 1 foul away from being in the bonus for the remainder of the way, and Davenport's going to come out. You got to remember now, these two teams got to turn around and do it again tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Right here on Bob Burke Court. Davis trying to inbound. We got a whistle here. Let's see what this is all about. They get a foul on Jordan Brand for holding on the inbound. Brand, her third. Jim Brunelli not really understanding the call, and he's going to call the official over who made the call and said, give me an explanation about what happened here. You can hear him talking down below us here, because you don't have you don't have people in the gym. You can hear practically everything. As the free throw is missed by Hinton. I think Coach Manella was talking about the no call at far end against Davenport. Henderson good on the back end with a 2-shot opportunity. And first point of the night. She came in averaging 3.3. 65-39, it's all Chowan here at home against Converse. Shot blocked away by Hinton to get Hinton for the foul. And for Hinton, that's going to be foul number 4.
Foul number 32, Amari Hinton, that is her 4th.
Second team foul for Chowan in this quarter. Fair's at the line. Looked like a pretty clean block from here, but
Into the game
Fisher down below us was about
4,
probably
40, Keani Moore.
30 foot closer to the play than I was. So, and he had a much better angle. Fair's free throw is no good. Rolled around and fell off. Second free throw coming from Fair. That's no good. So she'll have 3 coming on the 3-point attempt. She's missed the first 2. And makes the third. 8 points now for Fair. Hardin leads the way for Converse with 11. Chowan's led by Patterson with 19. 15 for Copeland, 12 for Robinson. And we got a pass inside going to Hinton. She's going to be fouled by Brown from behind. Foul starting to man up here in this late in this ball game for Brown. It's foul number
21, Jordan Brown. That's her third.
Yeah, they say it's her third.
Mari Hinton in the line, shooting 2 shots.
So here's Hinton back at the line, shoot a pair of free throws, trying to extend his 25-point Chowan advantage. And free throw rims out for the young lady who hails from Long Island, New York. Played her high school basketball at St. Francis Academy. And she does it again, makes the back end of the 2-shot opportunity. Both of her points tonight have come from the stripe. Cabello out on the left, getting pressured by Henderson. Good job by Kayla. Now she'll find it, get it to Fair. Well, Cabello losing the basketball is Jordan Brown. Recovered by Keani Moore, who's coming to line up for the first time tonight. Chowan. 19 turnovers now by the visitors from Spartanburg. Hinton working inside, a little left-handed loop shot, no good. And taken down underneath by Jordan Brown. Brown pushing off to Park, who's in the lineup now, and in the backcourt. She'll give it to Fair, running down the lane is good. Fair with 10 points. Her career high is 12. (66-42). Sharp, who had a big three a few moments ago, kicks it away to Hinton. Hinton going inside. Runner is a little strong, no good. Fair's there to claim it off the glass on the far side for the Valkyries. Good. Clad in purple tonight, trimmed in gold. Really like the colors for Converse. It's not the East Carolina purple and gold. It's kind of a Western Carolina purple and gold. It's a shot and miss, and Chowan has it back the other way. Kind of a, I won't say a Vegas gold, but very similar. Kind of an old goal, I guess you could call it. Here's Hinton from the free throw line. Jumper is no good. Short. Converse has the rebound. Under 5 minutes to go in this one. Chowan up 66-42. Fair with a long three, an NBA type three, and the long rebound comes off to Davis. Davis caught in a double team. It's knocked away, and we got a jump ball. That'll get us to the media timeout. As we'll take a break here from the Hawks Athletic Center. Chowan leads Converse 66-42 with 4:38 to go. We're back after this 1-minute break on GoSeeYouHawks.com. Chowan cheerleaders doing a good job here, trying to keep the spirits up for both of these teams. And doing a good job. Kind of, you know, think about no fans in the stands. Yeah, it affects the players, but cheerleaders, their job is to put enthusiasm in the building. And you got nobody to turn it to, but the players doing a good job of the Hawks. Cheerleading. Patterson back in the lineup. Chowan, Monique Jones, Destiny Robinson, Bagney. Some of the Chowan starters back in the lineup. Jim Brunelli's kind of inserted some of his substitutes in the lineup now. Here's the runners up and they're good. Bagney's got the rebound. In the lineup for the first time, Devin West, a 6'1 freshman from Rock Hill, South Carolina. Also in the lineup, Allie Patillo, who played briefly in the first half. Here's a three from Dee Dee Bland.
3-point basket, Mimi Bland.
Bland's got 7 all here in the second half. Chowan up 69-42. And here come the Chowan subs back to the scorer's table. Fair working inside. She scores.
Basket by number 24.
Shauna Fair, the freshman from Anderson, playing really well here today. She ties her career high, a season high of 12. All of her 12 points that come in the second half. Patterson gives it away to Bland as Valkyries will play man-to-man this time down the floor. Here's Jones with it, gets it to Bagby. Bagby, one dribble over to Bland, top of the key to Patterson. Patterson pull up jumper just inside the arcs. Short, but she got fouled on the play. Foul's going to be whistled on Parker, her second. And that's the 15th. So Chowan will be in the bonus for the final 3:26.
Patterson in the line, shooting 2 shots.
As Kiani Moore, Amari Hinton, Jasmine Davis, Tayasia Sharp in the lineup to close this one up. Candace Johnson hasn't played today. We saw her a lot in the first game as Patterson missed the free throw. She must be injured. She is dressed, but has not played at all. We think if she was going to play, she'd get in here. Free throw's good by Patterson. Anaya with a kind of a quiet second half. She's got 20 points. Right after 15 in the first half. Kind of looking at her line, 2 assists, 3 steals. Contributed 2 rebounds. Leading scorer for the Hawks. Patillo along the baseline. Skip pass out front. It comes to Porter. In the corner to Fair. Her three-pointer's no good. Patello's got the offensive board. She's bumped from behind by Kiani Moore. That's just the 4th team foul for Chowan. Kiani Moore, the first foul. Non-shooting foul gives Converse a basketball underneath their own bucket. Both teams kind of resting their starters for the remainder of this one. Remember, you turn it around and do it again tomorrow. Fair to Porter. Porter back to near side. Jumper's up and no good by Faith Size, a 5'7" freshman. And Chowan works back the other way, stolen away on a nice hustle play by Devin West. Chowan with a season-low 12 turnovers in the evening. And we got a whistle on the pass that went to Fair from the near side, from the sides, and guilty party for Chowan is going to be Jasmine Davis. That's her 3rd.
Foul number 4, Jasmine Davis.
Remember, we'll be right here again tomorrow at 2 o'clock to bring you second half of this weekend's doubleheader between Converse and Chowan. No men's game tomorrow. It's scheduled to be Erskine and Chowan, but Erskine has pandemic issues in their program and been forced to postpone. We've had some games on both sides, girls and boys, postponed in the conference. Something you're seeing all over the country. Here's Porter trying to penetrate, and Davis has picked up her 4th foul, trying to go for the steal. That'll stop the clock with 2:28 left. 2 free throws coming for Terry Porter. Chowan with 3 players in double figures tonight. And free throws up and good for Porter. Porter's first points is early in the game. Missed the second free throw. She battles Kiani Moore for the rebound to get Kiani Moore for the travel. Converse, the inbounds underneath their own bucket. In it comes to West, back out front. It keeps Shauna Fair. Fair over to Porter. Porter working against pressure from Davis. Now it goes to Ashley Sides, a freshman, Faith Sides. His sister Ashley Sides on this team. Runner to the rack, up and no good by Porter. Rebounded by Davis. Davis off to Sharp for Chowan. Sharp setting of the play from the point guard spot on the near side goes to Copeland. Copeland now back to Sharp. On the far side it goes to Davis. Just under 2 minutes to go now. Hinton trying to maneuver inside, back to Copeland. 3 balls good for Copeland.
3-point basket, Brianna Copeland.
How about Copeland tonight beyond the arc? 6 of 7. Chowan has dropped 11 3-pointers down tonight in my cap. Here's a runner from Porter's, a little strong, no good. They fight for the rebound, and Porter's knocked to the deck. I think Jasmine Davis just may have fouled out. And that will be. So Jasmine Davis will foul out for the first time.
Fouls on Jasmine Davis, that is her 5th.
Her career here at Chowan. She'll finish tonight with no points in her 14 minutes of play. And here's Porter at the line to shoot a pair of free throws with score standing at 73-45, and will remain at that. Second opportunity coming from a young lady from out of Memphis, Tennessee. Played at Spring Valley High School. And Porter's free throw is good on the second attempt. Henderson in the lineup now. Kayla Henderson replacing Davis for Chowan with 80 seconds showing on our Metal Tech scoreboard. Inside it goes to Moore. Moore gets pressure from West. Back at it comes to Copeland. Chowan in no hurry, leading 72-46. Back inside to Moore. Moore backing in. Step back jumper short. They fight for the rebound. Sharp's got it. Went inside and got her shot blocked out of bounds by Porter. Good move by the freshman. Took it right to the rack, but Porter was there waiting on him. Chowan's going to spend a timeout here. With 1:02 left, up 73-46. And it's going to be a full timeout. We'll take a 1-minute break on GoCUHawks.com. Remember, we'll do this all again tomorrow. Converse and Chowan. I'll start time at 2 o'clock tomorrow. Try to catch up with some scores here before we get out of here tonight. Big leads by Barton and King in the first half of the other 2 games being played. Inbounds, it comes to Sharp, to Copeland, inside to Moore. Moore working on West. She'll back in, can't score. West knocks it away and recovered by Allie Patillo for Converse. Inside of 50 seconds left to go now. Here's a jumper from Patillo's, no good. Rebounded by Faith Sides underneath. Fresh 20 seconds now. And here's a jumper again from Patillo. 3-pointer rims out. Porter's got it. Now, here's a drive inside, and they get the foul coming on Patillo for the charge. They'll give Chowan the basketball back with the shot clock cut off. King has beaten Southern Wesleyan 93-41. So we'll try to catch you up here with what's going on. Chowan just holding the basketball. They're in no hurry to do anything with it. They don't have to. We've got a 72-46 lead, and Coach Lenise Stallings has got her first win in her first year here at Chowan.
Chowan 73.
Chowan will win at 72-46. We'll take a 2-minute break and come back and wrap it up here tomorrow. Here tonight, get ready for tomorrow. Your final, Chowan 73, Converse 46, back after this 2-minute timeout. Chowan wins their first game of the year tonight as the Hawks win it 72-46, and it was a Tory three-point shooting that led the way tonight. Chowan goes 11 of 23 beyond the arc, led by Brianna Copeland off the bench with 6 of 7 beyond the arc, and she had a career-high 18 points tonight as the Hawks win it by a score of 72-46. Good coach from Lee Stallings, her first ever win as a Chowan head basketball coach. Chowan tonight goes 25 of 61 from the field for 41%. They were 47.8% beyond the arc. Converse, who started off hot, shot 60% in the first quarter, ends up 15 of 50 for 30%. And they go 6 of 19 for 31.6%. Chowan forced 20 turnovers tonight by Converse and converted 15 points off those 20 turnovers. On the glass, Chowan led by Monique Jones, has 13 rebounds, leading the way 43-32. Let's give you the scoring here tonight. Chowan with 3 players in double figures, led by Patterson with 20. 18 for Copeland, 12 for Destiny Robinson, 7 each for Bland and Monique Jones, 2 each for Bagby, Hinton, and Hopkins, and 3 for Tiaja Sharp. Jasmine Davis, Kayla Henderson all played along with Kiani Moore but did not score. For the Valkyries, they were led by Kishana Fair, who had all 12 of her points in the second half. Lindsey Harden, who did not score after the first quarter, closes with 11. 5 for Ellen Nardello, 6 for Sierra Davenport, 4 for Tiara Porter, Turney Porter, that is, 3 each for Ashley Sides, Jordan Brown, and 2 for Eva Carbello. Devin West, Ali Portillo faced Sides, all saw action tonight, but did not score. Chowan goes to 1-3 overall and 1-3 league play. Converse falls to 1-4 and 0-4 in conference play. 2 other games to pass along the scores from tonight. Barton defeats Leeds McRae 88-60, and King knocks off Southern Wesleyan 93-41. Well, that'll wrap it up for us here from tonight from the Hawks Athletic Center. Good night for the Hawks. Shooting it well tonight. Taking care of the basketball. Season low 14 turnovers tonight, and the best shooting night of the season, especially behind the arc. They'll need to repeat it again tomorrow as they face Converse right here on Bob Brett Court here in the Hawks Athletic Center. Once again, this is Gaddis Hodges bidding you farewell from the barrel when the Hawks win it tonight 72-46, and you heard every bounce of the basketball here on GoSeeYouHawks.com. Have a good evening, everybody.